Okay, sir.
Recording has started. So I want to look at increment and decrement. When you use the increment, you use it to increase a value by 1. And when you use the decrement, you use it to decrease a value by 1. So let's create a variable together. Let's say variable num is, let's say, 6. I can increase it by saying num plus plus. So this num plus plus is the same as saying num equals to num plus 1. So what you're saying is get the initial value of num, which is 6, add 1 to it, making 7, and set it back as num. So the value of num now will be 7. So if I say alert num, this will give us 7, because this num plus plus is the same as num equals to num plus 1. Now, it's very important that we know that this is not the same as just saying num plus 1. No. Num plus 1 is 7, but you are not setting it back. You are not assigning it back to num, meaning that the value of my num will still remain 6. So if I say alert num here, this will alert 6, because although you added 1 to num, you did not set it back inside that container. So alert num, this will give us 6. So num plus plus is not the same as num plus 1. Instead, it's the same as num equals to num plus 1. So, but the shorter way of writing this is by saying num plus plus. If I want to add 2 to it, I'm not going to say num plus plus plus. No, there's nothing like this in JavaScript. You only have the num plus plus. So meaning that if you want to add 2 to it, you can write it in full by saying num equals to num plus 2. You can write it like this, or in a shorter way, you use what we did in our last class, num plus equals 2. So you can write it like this, but there's nothing like num plus plus plus. No, it's only 2 now. Let's proceed. So as we have the increment, we also have the decrement. The decrement will remove 1 from it and set it back. So when I say num minus minus, this is the same as saying num equals to num minus 1. So with this now, the value of num will change from 6 to 5. So when I say alert num, this will alert 5. Any question before we proceed?
No question yet.
Do we understand?
No question, sir.
Okay. Let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we do understand.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's move on. Next is we want to look at the difference between post-increment and pre-increment. Also, post-decrement and pre-decrement. I want to look at the difference between this and this, and between this and this. Let's look at the first one, post-increment and pre-increment. Now, I will take my time to explain the first one very well. If you get a good understanding of these two, the difference between the post and the pre, then post-increment and pre-increment it will be easy for you to understand the second. So I will be spending a lot of time to explain this first one. So with that, you will now use the understanding to get the second one. Now let's go. Now, although both of them seem to work the same way, and what do I mean? Post is after, pre is before. So if I say variable a is 7 and I say a plus plus, this is post because this plus plus is coming after the variable. And when I say plus plus a, this is pre because the plus plus is coming before the variable. This is pre-increment, while this is post-increment. Now, both of them, we add 1 to that value and we assign it back, just like we discussed earlier. Meaning that if I run this and I say alert A, this will give me 8. 8. Also, if I say plus plus A, this will still give me 8, just like the other time. But then, what's the difference between the two? For most times, you can use them interchangeably, but not in all instances. And that's why I want to take my time to explain the difference between the two. Not in, for most instances, yes, they can work on at wherever you can use the plus plus a. You can also use the place a plus plus for most part of it, but not in all instances. Let's look at this difference. When you understand the difference between the two, you will now know when to use which. The difference is that for the post-increment, the a will be added, the 1 will be added to that value, but the result will not be available for use immediately. I come again. For the post, the 1 will be added to that value, but the result will not be available for use immediately. The result will be available for use the next time you use that variable. Don't worry if you don't get it. When we try writing some code, you will understand it. For the post, the 1 will be added, but the result is not available for use immediately. The result will be available the next time you use that variable, but not at that instance. While for the pre-increment, the 1 will be added and the result will be available at an instant. Like at that spot, you can start using the new value. Let's look at the difference between these two now. Writing some codes together. So I'll say.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Somebody is asking to be let in, sir.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Somebody is requesting to be let in.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, thank you, sir. For the post-increment,
You're welcome, sir.
the 1 will be added, but the results is not available for use immediately. What does that mean? Imagine this. Here, I am adding 1 to this a, and we know that this will change the value of a from 7 to 8, right? Have you now?
Yes.
But
Yes,
that
sir,
result, that hit, is not yet available here. It's going to be available the next time you use that variable, and this is the next time we are using the variable. I come again. The result is not available at this particular at this point. The result will be available the next time we make use of that variable, and this is the next time we are making use of the variable. That's why we are saying 8 here. If you are doing something like this, let me comment this and say alert a plus plus. You expect that this should give you 8, right? But this will not give you 8. It will be 7. Although this a plus plus, we add 1 to the value of a and make the value of a 8, but that new value is not yet available for use. The new value will only be available for use the next time you use that variable, and that is why it is called post. So when we run this on the browser, you still see 7 here. But when you check this will give you 8, because this is the next time you are using that variable. Do we understand?
Yes.
Let me
Yes.
use the console so that the two of them can be under each other. So let's run it on the browser and see the results together. So I'll go to the console now. 7, 8. So this is adding 1 to it, but that the new value is not available for use at that point. It will only be available for use the next time you use that variable, which is this place. Any question before we go to the pre-increments?
Will you take that line again?
You said?
Can you please take that line again?
Okay. For the post-increment, this a plus plus, we add 1 to the value of a and make it 8. But then the result is not yet available for use. The result will only be available for use when you call that variable again. And this is the next time we are using the variable. That's why this is giving us 8. Although this a plus plus, we add 1 to it and we change the value of a to 8, but that result is not yet available for use at that spot. It will only be available for use the next time you make use of that variable. which is this, and that's why this
Okay.
is giving us 8. Why this gave us 7? Do we get it?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's look at the pre-increment. The pre-increment, we add 1 to that value and make it available for use immediately. That you can start using it immediately, so that this line will give you 8 and this line will still give you 8. This plus plus a, we add 1 to the value of a will become 8. Then of course, since then a will now start behaving as 8, so this will give you 8. Do we get it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's run this on the browser. Refresh. So 8. Now, if you understand this, I want to give you this question, then you tell me the results. Let me just say the value of a is, let's say 4. So what do you think this will give me? So what will line 13 give me and what will line 14 give me? Please, based on the understanding of what I explained, what will line 13 give me? What will line 14 give me?
Line 13 will give you 4.
4, 10.
Line 13 should give you. Line 13
You
should
said?
give you. Line 13
Yes, sir.
will give.
Should give me.
Let
Line
me stop
13
you.
should give 4 and line 14 should give 10.
Okay, you said this should give me 4 and this should give me 10. Any contrary opinion?
So for me, I'm thinking line 13 will give you 8.
It will be
Will be 8.
8, okay. And line 14?
Line 14 will be. In fact, I don't even know. I'll be kilo share. Will you?
Line 13 to me will give you 4, or will give us 4.
Okay.
Why line 14 will give us 10.
Okay, thanks for your contribution. Thank you very much. Let's now go to the solution and see how this will work. Well, we've outside. Let's take it step by step. What is a plus plus? A plus plus, we add 1 to the value of a, but we know that that result is not available for use at that spot, right?
Yes.
So this is actually 4, even though the value of a has changed from 4 to 5. But that new value is not yet available for use. It will only be available for use the next time you make use of that variable. So a plus plus is, we has changed the value of a from 4 to 5, but then at this spot, this will still give us 4. Now, this is the next time we are using that variable. Meaning that at this spot, the value of a would have changed to 5. I hope you understand what I'm explaining.
Okay. Yeah.
The value of a would have changed to 5. And when you now say 5 plus plus, meaning to add 1 again to it, making 6. But then the new value is not yet available for use. This becomes 4 plus 5. Then that new value will be available the next time you use that variable, which is this place. So this is 6. I come again. A plus plus, we change the value of a from 4 to 5, but then the result is not yet available. It will be available the next time. So this is to give us 4, and this is the next time. Now, that next time, when you now add 1 to it, it will now change from 5 to 6, but then that new value is not yet available. It will be available the next time. So this is 5. Sorry, sir. Now, this is the next time that you are using it. And so the value of a will be 6. So 4 plus 5 is 9, and this is 6. So this line will give you 9, and this line will give you 6. Do we understand?
Yeah, this is logical.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's understood.
Let's run
It's
this on the
understood
browser.
and simple.
9, 6. Any question?
No question.
Truthfully, we hardly have reasons to use a plus plus in place of plus plus. Most times when you want to use them, you can use any of them for most times. But so that you are not going to make mistakenly, like, I just want to understand this thing very well. so that you can use them perfectly. Now, another question. What will this line give me, and what will this line give me? Let's go.
That'll be the first line will give you 11, and the next line will give you
You said the first line will give me what, sir?
11.
11. Okay. The next line will give me what, sir?
No, 5 plus 5. Yeah, 5 plus 6, 11. Yes, the next line will give you 11. 11, 11.
The next line will give me what, sir?
It is 11, 11.
11, 11. Okay. Any contrary opinion? Does anyone have a contrary opinion?
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I think
The first one will be 10 and the second one will be 10.
10, 10. Okay. Contrary opinion. Okay, because of our time, let's do the corrections together. Plus A. You know this will add 1 to it, and but then the new value will be available immediately. So this will change the value of A to 5. You know this will at that point the value of A will change to 5 because this is pre-increment. So the value of A is now 5. On getting to this place, plus A, this will add 1 to that 5, making 6, and the new value will also be available immediately. So this becomes 6. So A is now 6. So when you now say console log A, that will be 6. So 5 plus 6 is 11, and console log A is 6. So this will give me 11, and this will give me 6. I come again. Plus A.
That's true. That's true.
We add 1 to the value of A and make the new value available for use immediately. So value of A will change to 5 at that spot. Plus A again, we add 1 to the value of A. So remember, the last value of A here was 5. When you add 1 to it, it becomes 6, and it will be available for use immediately also. So this becomes 5 plus 6. And of course, if you say console log A, the value of A is 6. So this will give me 11, and this will give me 6. Any question? Let's run it on the browser and see the results. I hope you are enjoying it.
Yes, it's still interesting.
Another question. Let's add this. So what will this give me? Line 13, what will I have? Line 14, what will I have?
Line 13, 10. Line 14, 6.
Okay.
Five,
Mr. Jacob
five,
said
five.
line 13 will be 10, Abby. Line 14 will be what, sir?
No, line 13, 10.
Okay, sir.
Line 14 will be 6.
So line 14 will be 6. Any contrary opinion?
Line 13
6.
will be 9,
Okay.
while line 14 will be 5.
Will be 5. Okay.
10, 6. 10, 6.
10, 6. Okay. Thank you very much for your contributions. Let's take the corrections together. A plus plus. This will add 1 to the value of A and make the new value available for use immediately. So we know that at this spot, the value of A will change to 5. This is 5. That 5 comes here. Then you add 1 to it, making 6. But that 6 is not yet available because this is post-increment. You still have that 5 here. But then you know that the value of A has changed to 6, which will be available the next time you use it, which is this place. So this will give me 5 plus 5, which is 10, and this will give me 6. Do we understand?
Yeah.
the difference from what I can do so far. The
Yes, sir.
difference between pre and post is that in pre, the new value is available immediately,
Yes, sir.
while in post, the new value is available when we use the variable the next time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's just the summary between the post-increment and pre-increment. So let's now go to this post-decrement and pre-decrement. It works the same way. For the post-decrement, the value is available after the next time you use it. For the pre-decrement, the new value is available immediately. That's all on this. So let's now go to the main thing we are doing today. I will stop recording. So